8 kilometers left and it's still going down fast. Those thrusters are still going full power. This can't be good. Oh, joyous day. I'm gonna watch another meteor come down, aren't I? Ah, what a magnificent piece of art this is. It's so round and so red. And look at all that deep dark black. It's just beautiful. But then you top it off with that white stroke of white? Yeah, that just ruins the whole thing. Ugh, I just prefer it to be just red and black, yeah. Look much better with that. No more white stripe. Hello, everyone. I thought I clicked the wrong button for a second there. Hello, everyone. My name is DarkRubberNeck, and welcome back to Space Engineers. Last time we left off, we were ruining our spaceship over here. Yes, ruining our spaceship. I'm sorry that it has been a week or more since the last episode. Let's just say last episode took quite a few hours more than usual to record. Like normally recording's about an hour and a half or so. I cut that down to half an hour. Last time was more like 4 to 5 hours. And even after I turned it off, I still was at it for a couple hours more. Basically, Pam did not like space. I really wish I had recorded when it came down like a meteor blowing up off the base. That would have been absolutely magnificent. But I didn't actually think to have the recording on at the time when it did that. But I spoke to the developer of the PAM script, and they mentioned that the problem with the thrusters that I was using, the tiered thrusters, well, they don't report back to PAM the correct speed. So I got to thinking, maybe the problem is the fact that the thrusters are, well, add-ons. It can only read the original, but it can't read the add-ons. So, you know, it's thinking it's slower than it actually is. Now, I've replaced this with the old tiered thrusters mod that I was using. Basically, you know, where it's all a single one instead of upgradable, like say these, you know. And yes, with all being a single unit, you know, tier 4 all on its own, without that, it should report the correct numbers, right? Now, I did mess around with it in creative mode, you know, messing with the thrusters and PAM and everything, you know, experimenting for a good hour or so before I started recording. And by all experiments worth, because it looks like PAM will not have any problems. It does still constantly burn at the back, you know, but it doesn't keep going backwards, forwards, backwards, forwards, backwards, forwards, you know, fighting with itself. So at the moment, all it does is just a constant burn, as if, say, you know, you're always holding forwards instead of saying, you know, just gliding with dampeners off. So it's still going to chew up quite a bit of battery. That still leaves me with two things. One, I'm only 70% sure this will succeed. I do not know if these thrusters will have enough power to, you know, land with a full load, so it may still come down like a meteor. Everything may explode. The other thing is, well, if this is still problematic, you know, not enough power, yada yada yada, well, basically, I had another idea of a project to work on. Basically, as you know, I couldn't get these to work. It's very frustrating. My idea is basically, well, I set the antenna range for this thing, say, I don't know, 30 or so meters or so, kilometers or so, and have some satellite relays in space, say 50 kilometers apart or so, maybe less, I don't know. The point is, like, there'll be a satellite relay straight above here as soon as I exit atmosphere. Modify this one so that way it's more of a cargo, so it goes straight up to the first relay and back again, you know, it just goes backwards and forwards, backwards and forwards. That way it shouldn't actually need any reactors in there. It should be able to run solely off of battery power because it'll be able to recharge from the base. And then have a second PAM one to, you know, cargo from that one to, say, closer to the uranium and everything like that. You know, basically between each relay node, It'll have antennas with about 50-kilometer range between them, so that way these things can constantly talk to base here, and allowing them to relay cargo from one relay to the next relay to the next relay and back down to here. And at the last relay, you know, will be where the asteroid is, and I'll have a PAM miner go back and forth between that short-range relay to the asteroid. And, you know, it would just constantly dump off a small load between each one, you know, and while the cargo containers will come back and forth, You know, so there'll be about 3 or 4 of these going backwards and forwards, because this PAM has a what's it called mode? I can't remember, but basically a relay mode that allows it to go backwards and forwards, like that. So yes, the idea of the project is if I do that, that could also open up other opportunities between each relay station, in that I can also have more than one PAM up there, and they can use different relays as their docking station to collect other resources like platinum and other things that are hard to come by. And basically all the relays stations are designed to basically shuffle the ore closer and closer to Mars, and then, you know, bring it back down to Mars. That should work great. And that's a project that I'm actually seriously considering doing. But first, you know, I want to test this out to make sure it actually works. Because, you know, even though there's a good chance I'm going to do this relay project because it sounds really awesome, I did, you know, attempt to start this one, and I would like to see it finished through, and whether or not it survives or not, I don't know. But, well, like I said, I would like to see it through. It's a cool project, you know, 140 kilometers, or was it 140? No, I can't remember. Yeah, 140 kilometers. I want to know if it can pull it off or not. Yes. Okay, first things first, as you can see, I've got the cruise control script installed in here. It actually does seem to work with PAM, so that's great. Oh, and another thing I've done is, rather than having the bloody annoying sound block on my ship, I'm like, oh, why didn't I think things through properly? I just put a sensor here with the sound block. So now each time something makes a landing here, the sound block makes a noise, you know, letting me know that, you know, something's parked. I'm like, geez, why didn't I think of that in the first place? Car, why have something constantly going beep, 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 beep as it flies through space? And lift off. Nope, I said lift off. Oh, it's not. Here we go. Whoa, that goes fast. Yes, as you can see, the cruise control script now allows you to triple space bar, so I don't have to do much of anything to get into space. I'm conserving as much power as possible to do this, so yay! Now I just have to wait 20 minutes to arrive at my asteroid. Well, that can't be good, I'm losing power. I'm guessing this thruster mod... Oh, there we go. It's consuming way too much power, so it's not able to keep up? Huh. I'm guessing this thruster mod doesn't quite have the same... well, the other mod was incredibly powerful, yes, but I think this mod hadn't been updated to match with some more modern numbers or something like that from what I had read. So I was a little worried about this mod and its power capacity, but I seem to have passed the trouble spot and now I'm gaining speed again, so yay! Something funny happened to me during my testing when I did my last recording. Before the meteorite crash, that was actually my second attempt to test the ship. During my first attempt, one of the enemy ships spawned right in front of me and just knocked me out of the sky. I'm like, oh come on, of all the bloody things to happen, you know what I mean? Oh, I forgot to mention also, I rebuilt the shield oxygenator on the planet because, well, it seemed to do the trick, you know, it was working. I removed it because I thought it kept consuming oxygen until, you know, last recording, was it? Last episode, you know? I realized that, you know, all the ice being consumed was actually going towards the hydrogen tanks in my big ship, so it wasn't the oxygen thing that was glitching out, it was just me glitching out, not realizing where all the ice was actually going. Well, that's not good. I hope that's not going to get in the way. Okay, line that up just right. stop path recording. Okay, set up mining job. And, probably way too big. So, we'll decrease that width. Decrease that height. Oh, that looks about right. Yeah, say there. And depth is, say, oh wait, let's go. Until I can see the red inside the hole. Oh, there we go. And just one more. Yeah, that should be enough depth. And now I can start this job. And as you'll see, it won't be doing that weird backwards forward stuff that causes problems. See, no weird thruster glitchiness. It should go straight in, no problem. One big problem with this rock is I do not know if there are other uranium patches on this. There probably is. I mean, there's normally, what, 2 different patches of ores on each rock, but I haven't actually checked around it, so I wouldn't know. At least I'm getting some uranium, even though I probably harvested quite a large portion of it already. Oh, it's done already. That was quick. Only a 32% load. That's, odd. Max load 50%. Why did it not want to finish it? Okay, it says the ship is too heavy. I don't know how that works. Let's just hope that it means that it knows how much weight it can handle with the thrusters, and thus it tries not to, well, explode into the ground when landing? Maybe that's what it means? So maybe it's capable of reading the maximum load capacity? That would be extremely useful. As you can see, the ship is currently going at maximum speed, and yet it's got 2-hour battery life because that. Even if I have enough power to handle a trip backwards or forwards, which I would estimate about an hour's worth of trip, the problem is that would chew up quite a bit of my uranium for each trip. See, I got 3 reactors in here, and well, each one of them is going to be using quite a bit of these uranium ingots. So, yeah. That's one reason why I would like to do the relay network, because even if this PAM works, well, I don't particularly want to be chewing up, well, as much uranium as I actually collect with each load, you know what I mean? Also, another good thing about doing a relay network is that I can have the ships remote controllable, right? I do not know if I can set PAM up for remote control, but if I can, that'll be great, because then, you know, I can stay on the planet, and each time I need to set up a new run with any of the ships that are already out in space, I could just take control of it while it's out in space and, you know, go to its destination. Of course, that means with every relay, I'm going to have to connect them to an asteroid to make sure that they can't move. Make sure they have force fields and plenty of weaponry, otherwise they could attract unwanted attention. Still, what would be really interesting is to, even if this ship does make it back to base, to basically go and do my own thing for, well, basically the hour it will take for my ship to, you know, stay at base and go back again, you know, go, you know, do its own thing on its own without me actually controlling it. You know, seeing if it has enough battery life to come back and forwards all on its own without me doing the trip there first. It's like in an hour's time, will I be like working on something at base, then all of a sudden, boom, a meteor came down and blew up half my base. That is a big worry. So, you know, even if I somehow manage to survive this return trip, will my ship survive a second trip without me in it? I don't know. Battery is at 77%. That's the problem, because I've got 3 reactors, right? But batteries also do quite a bit of power, if you know what I mean. Meaning that even if my thrusters are powerful enough and I have plenty of power to go, The problem beforehand was, well, my thrusters had, PAM had drained my batteries dry. So even though I had plenty of reactor power, I didn't actually have enough power output to, well, run the thrusters. And so, the ship came crashing down. So, that's why I'm worried about the second run. It's like, yeah, it's like battery's probably not going to survive. And, yeah, I get the feeling this ship isn't going to survive a second run if I let PAM do its thing. Maybe if I was to, say, remove some of the batteries and replace it with reactors, but then, I'm, consuming quite a large amount of uranium then. Yeah, the top right, it says batteries are currently at 60%. There's no way the battery's going to survive doing a second run, going from Mars to the asteroid and back again. If it was like shorter run, maybe half the distance, it would probably be fine, but this long run, there's no way. What the hell is that in space over there? It is pretty far away. Yeah, no way in hell the batteries are going to survive. So I think if this survives returning back to base, I'm not going to let it fly back off again because I don't want to have to worry about, coming back an hour later to find a big hole in my base because this decided to come straight down and smash my base to pieces. Yep, probably gonna have to do the relay network. Don't really have any complaints about that. I mean, I always wanted to go back up with my big hydrogen ship, and now I have reasons to, because now I can build cool stuff. Build little relay space stations all the way to the asteroid. It'll be great. Oh, I think I'm going to have a nice little camera view for this. Will it come down hard or will it come down soft? Who knows? Who knows? But I'm interested to find out. 8 kilometers left and it's still going down fast. Those thrusters are still going full power. This can't be good. Oh, joyous day. I'm going to watch another meteor come down, aren't I? Oh, wait, I'm slowing down. I'm actually slowing down. Holy crap.
Ship fuel low.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay, so it didn't come in straight. Close enough. Close enough. If it works, it works. Okay, stop. No more. No more. Well, at least nothing exploded, so that's a good thing. Ah, that was terrible. I said stop. There we go. So, it made it back in one piece somehow. I'm not entirely sure how it managed to pull that one off, considering. I wonder how oxygen is around here. Oxygen is still good. Though, why am I cold? Well, while there's oxygen in here, it's, nice and warm. Weird. Oh, what the? Okay, it didn't let me go near the machine. Yep, everything's fine. Everything's fine. Okay. Now, how's my hydrogen in this thing? Because I am going to have to start working on some relays if I want to do anything now. Hydrogen tanks. Probably invisible, so, hydrogen tanks. 95%? Technically speaking, it shouldn't be a problem getting back up into space now that I have the cruise control updated to allow me to do the triple space bar. Because that's the whole reason I lost a whole bunch of hydrogen in the first place, because I couldn't actually do triple space bar. But now I can, so yes. It shouldn't be a problem going into space. Of course, I will probably want to tell it. Oh, wait, I set all this up, didn't I? Yes, that's right. I was also messing around with, auto crafting and stuff to try and get it to give me a whole bunch of stuff. I wonder if I can move a lot of this stuff over and not have it try and pinch it back. Because, if I'm going to be building stuff, I'm going to need resources, and the last time I tried to move resources over, it pinched it all back. It doesn't seem to be pinching resources anymore, so that's great. beforehand it didn't have protected, maybe because I didn't have scripts running on both ends, so it didn't actually understand that it's not supposed to be pinching it up from the ship. But beforehand I loaded everything into the ship before I flew off, only to find most of it had been pinched and I didn't even realize it. So hopefully it won't do that a second time round. Now the one problem with this thing is I think I've only got one assembler in here, which, you know, problematic because I can't actually produce much. Sure, I've just gone and given myself a huge list, but, you know, like I said, I can't produce much. It doesn't go too fast, so joyous day there. Oh, but I just remembered, I never did get around to building a warp drive on this thing, did I? Huh. Guess I can do that now, can't I? I'd always planned to shove it on the back of this thing. And then, you know, figure things out from there, so... Warp? Oh wait, can I make one yet? No, it's called jump drive, isn't it? Jump. I can make it. So, you are going to go there, and you're... Ooh, you use a lot, don't you? Jeez. Ooh, I hope you're not going to be a problem. Well, let's just shove you there for now and see how you go. This might not be your final spot, but for now, that's what I'll put you as. And, you know what? Just in case I've enabled the warp drive explosion mod, because I normally do, but I'm not sure if I have this time. Let's just make sure it's got some heavy armor, because I have no intention of having my ship explode because I didn't protect this well enough. Just do it quick and dirty. Who cares about making it look good? Just, you know, give it the armor. Okay, I think that's adequately protected. It shouldn't, you know, spontaneously explode or anything like that. And although I did want to set up a decent gun system up here, I would, you know, rather get down to constructing. So instead I'll just put on some of those, you know, plasma ones and hope for the best. Hope they don't drain my power too much. How the hell did that get there? What in the world? It's even set. Why is this here and why is it set up? Force field left, force field right? Where did this come from? I know I haven't messed around with creative settings for things like on this spaceship, so how in the world did it get there? It's the freakiest thing I've ever seen. It's not over here, so I'm confused. Maybe I accidentally built it there, you know, placed it there without realizing it. And the thingamajiggy built it. And then when I was in the settings trying to, you know, configure force fields, I accidentally set that one up. And then I'm like, why is the one that I was messing around with not set up? I don't know, but I don't know how I managed to pull that one off. It's the weirdest thing I've ever seen. I'm also thinking maybe, since I do kind of need assemblers, maybe I could remove this and just put assembler here. It doesn't have to be a high-end one, or, you know, permanent one. Just something to help speed things along, because I'm probably going to need some assemblage while I'm out in space. Probably going to need a lot of assemblage. That's some weird font on that, isn't it? Ugh. Well, I got the force field enabled on this thing, so it should work. I think that's pretty much everything I want to do before I take off into space again. The only other thing I could think of doing it would be modifying the thrusters on this thing to make them space-worthy, but I can, you know, do that in space. And what I mean by space-worthy is, you know, modifying them so that way they're not the double-up mod, you know, so that way they can work better with PAM, because if you remember correctly, I did attempt to use it in PAM in space, and it didn't work too well. Like, you know, did the whole backwards and forwards thing. So if I replace the thrusters on this, PAM should work a lot better. So I think I'm going to be going back out into space. This whole force field is set up nicely. Everything's working great. Plenty of power. Lots of weaponry to protect it. This time, this little thing ain't going back up. So that shouldn't be a problem, because I do not want to go back up and... yeah, that'd be bad. That'd be very bad. So yes, I think I'm going to return to space now. And, you know, start Project B, or maybe it's Project R for Project Relay? It's Project something or other, and it's going to be awesome. I'm going to really enjoy this project. Having relay network stations up in space. It's going to be awesome! So I'm pretty sure I updated the cruise control mod on this ship. I'm not entirely sure. Hopefully it is. So we'll unlock. And force field within force field. Hot force field action. Okay, ready, set, fly. Yes! It flies with 95% hydrogen, but that shouldn't be a problem because the cruise control mod will work great. Look, Ma, no hands! Oh, you're still glitchy as balls. Bye! Bye! Whoa, this is... Whoa, is it supposed to be doing that? I guess some mods don't particularly enjoy going at high speeds. Meh, it happens. The hydrogen drain is still there, but it's certainly a lot slower. So I'll be able to stay in space a lot longer. And as I know where that giant asteroid is, there won't be any problem, you know, harvesting a big chunk of that to go and replenish it while I'm flying around. It'd be dirt cheap replenishing it. I guess while I wait for, you know, arriving in space, I'll just go sit here and enjoy the view. Very nice view. Ooh, actually, did I ever turn these force fields off so that I could enjoy the view from there? Boop. Oh, there's no oxygen here, so probably not. Otherwise, the oxygen would have stayed in here. And then I could have enjoyed the view from here, but oh well. So nice to be able to, you know, run around in the spaceship while it's flying and not have to worry about it. That cruise control script is really cool. Love the way I'm sitting on a chair and it's just really super noisy. Like, how does that make any logical sense? Why does it have to be super noisy? And why do I have to fly when I get off the chair? I'll just go make something to eat. Nom 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 nom. And just gotta quickly have a break. And I guess while I wait, I'll just go have a sleep. All passengers, please be aware we are about to leave planet Gravity. Thank you. Have a nice day. We're at 0.07. That was a relaxing sleep. So relaxing, so sleepy. Very nice though. Ooh, really hope none of them are going to be above me. Let's just double check. Although, won't I generally bounce off of them? I'm pretty sure my force field is set to bounce off anything physical. I'm just not entirely sure. Oh, I only lost 9% of my hydrogen, which is really awesome because last time I went up here, didn't I lose almost 50%, if not more than that? Well, this is strange. Why are my thrusters not working? I've never had this problem before with this script. It always had the side thrusters working perfectly fine. There was no drift problems whatsoever. But now the script has got some sort of drift problem that it didn't have before. Either that or the thrusters are turned off. Oh, they're turned off. How the hell did that happen? Okay, I don't know how much footage I managed to get, you know, because a lot of flying around. I've been recording for about 3 hours now. But I should probably turn it off. And in next episode, we can look about, you know, building a little relay station in here somewhere. You know, getting it nice and built so that way I can set up a, you know, transport to go back and forth between this relay network and down in base. It'll probably be solar powered, you know, plenty of batteries, a little force field, not very powerful obviously because, you know, solar powered and batteries. Have a few plasma turrets to defend it in case anything gets too close because, you know, force field can only do so much. I'm thinking it'll have a platform or two, you know, one platform for in and one platform for out. Maybe, you know, have maybe 3 platforms, you know, the third platform before in case I want to like a spare PAM miner come off of here at any time. Maybe I might design said platform in creative mode on a spare world, because I don't know what it's gonna look like, and I would like a blueprint of it so I can use it again and again and again. But maybe I'll do it in the next episode and I won't do it in creative mode, you know, because I can still, you know, I can't do it now, can I? No, I can't do it now, but you know, if I was to say do that, I can quickly do that, which will allow me to quickly blueprint things, so you know, I don't need to throw it in creative mode if I need a blueprint. I mean, I don't exactly like doing that during recording or anything like that, but well, if I'm going to have a space station that needs to be pasted back and forwards, and I build it during the episode, I'm gonna need some way of actually copying the blueprint. So yes, looks like that's a useless asteroid anyway, completely hollow. Okay guys, I guess that's it for this episode. Managed to learn a few things about the PAM. The thrusters, you know, changing the thrusters, well, obviously saves a lot of power, you know, no longer going like a spastic. So that helped, but it was still going, you know what I mean, a full blast, not, you know, the nice little cruising at no altitude. Not the nice little cruising, you know, the nice no using thrusters and stuff. You're just gliding along. No, PAM can't do that. It's just and so, you know, by the time it reaches planet, yeah, if I was to have that do a second run into space, it would have definitely have crashed and I would not have been too happy. And even if somehow it managed to survive, well, it's going to have chewed up quite a bit of uranium. So, meh. But luckily, that leads on to the next project, the relay network. Hopefully this idea should work really well. I don't know how to set up the whole PAM relays, but well, so long as I have enough batteries on a relay ship and enough cargo containers, that's all that's needed to go from planet to up here and, you know, dock and go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And you know, I have spaceships between each relay going back and forth between each relay. And then, you know, after that I have, you know, PAM from relay to the asteroid. And, you know, with enough PAM platforms on each relay, I can have lots and lots of PAMs, and because they all have antennas, I should be able to wirelessly connect to them from Mars. It should go great. This is a really big project. Wait, why did I click that? I meant to do... close enough. I don't even know. Yeah, I meant to do that. Yes. Okay, I definitely meant to do that. Maybe I didn't. I don't know. I don't know what I'm clicking! Anyway, you know, what was I going to say now before I got distracted with pushing all the shiny buttons? Either way, this is a very massive project. I'll have lots to do. Maybe 3 relays to build, maybe 4. And then, yeah, it'd be setting it up, making sure PAM works with it. Yeah, this is going to be an awesome project, I can say that again. But it's going to take a bit of effort. Hopefully it'll go great. Anyway guys, if you enjoyed this episode, well, you know what to do. You hit that like and subscribe button, or share it with your friends. Otherwise, I'll see you all next time. Bye! Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay, so it didn't come in straight. Close enough. Close enough. If it works, it works.